Debt consolidation can actually be an amazing strategy to revolutionize your finances. It can boost your score by hundreds of points, save you money on interest, and get you out of debt sooner if you do it the right way. The problem is, many people are being scammed and misled into debt settlement, which is destroying their scores and putting them at risk of being sued by creditors. In today's video, I'm gonna break down the differences between settlement and consolidation and show you some real-world examples of my clients. And I'm gonna show you how someone can go from maxed out credit cards with scores in the 600s to one easy payment to make and boost their scores and even become eligible for business funding. If you have maxed out credit cards and it's dropping your scores, you're gonna wanna tune into this video because I'm gonna cover how this one strategy can hide your utilization, skyrocket your score by upwards of 150 points, save you money on interest, get you out of debt sooner, and make you eligible for business funding. I'm also gonna show you a case study from one of our clients, where to get these personal debt consolidation loans, and why this can be an excellent strategy for those with credit card debt. What's up guys? If you're new to the channel, my name's Colin Matthew. I'm the owner of Freedom Funders. We help entrepreneurs, investors, and business owners acquire 50,000 plus in 0% business funding. I'm also the owner of Credit Veterans, where we offer expedited white glove consumer law credit repair with a 90-day results guarantee and a 12-month warranty. Links for credit repair and business funding are in the description and the pinned comment below. The second largest credit scoring factor is credit utilization, and it's worth 30% of your score. This factor is how much of your revolving credit you are using out of the revolving limits available to you. For example, let's say you have 20K in revolving credit card limits and you are using 10K of that 20K limit. Your overall utilization is 50%. Now let's say you paid that down 10,000 just to 2,000. 2,000 out of 20,000 is 10% utilization. Generally, you want to keep your overall utilization below 30% before applying for any new loans or credit, but ideally below 10% to maximize this credit scoring factor and get the highest increase on your credit score. Now, while overall utilization is important across all your cards, each individual card also has its own utilization. Again, in the example of 20K in total credit limits and a 2K of credit card debt, let's say that one card has all 2K of the credit card debt and it also has a 2K limit. Therefore, that one card is 100% utilized. Even though your overall utilization looks great, some banks will deny you or lowball your approvals if even one individual card's utilization is above 50%. So what is this incredible strategy for hiding utilization? It's called debt consolidation. Now listen closely because this is really important. There are tons of predatory companies who do something called debt settlement, and they lie and say they do debt consolidation, but they really don't. Debt settlement is typically when you work with a third-party debt settlement negotiating company and they advise you to stop paying on all your credit cards and debt for 120 days or more until the lender or creditor finally charges off your debt. And now you can settle for less. The problem with this strategy, however, is it trashes your credit with late payments and charge-offs, and even if you do end up settling for less with the creditors and lenders, they can still sue you for the full amount. And those charge-offs and late payments will stay on your report for 7 years and continue to drop your scores and hurt your credit history and credit applications. Lots of companies advertising for debt consolidation are actually doing debt settlement, so be very careful. Debt consolidation, on the other hand, is when you get a personal loan or installment loan, such as a HELOC, to pay off all your revolving credit lines, usually at a lower interest rate and one smaller, easier to make payment. Now remember, credit utilization factors how much of your revolving credit you are using out of what is available. Personal loans are installment credit, so by paying off all of your credit card debt with a personal loan, the very next month or so when your credit reports update and reflect the paydowns, you'll now show $0 in credit card debt / revolving debt and 0% utilization, which can boost your scores by upwards of 150 points. And you'll show a new installment loan, which doesn't impact your utilization, it impacts your DTI. Let's take a look at how it works, a case study from one of our clients, where to get these personal loans, and why this can be an excellent strategy. So here's why I love the debt consolidation loan strategy, and I firmly believe it could revolutionize your finances if it's done the right way. Number one, it can lower your payments. Here's the client we had, for an example, that $20,000 of maxed out credit card debt. Now, the monthly payments on all those credit cards combined was $941. Now, here's a personal loan calculator. If we got that same $20,000 on a personal loan at a not so sexy 10% interest rate and a 5-year term, the payment could be as low as $424.94. Now, let's see if it was even a 3-year term, right? We could still be looking at a $645 payment. This means this will drop their payment by $200 to $400 a month, saving them a lot of money. That's the first way. The other way is lower interest. As you just saw, personal loan was 10%. Let's say it's even 15%. The average credit card in America has a 23.4%, about 24% interest rate. So if the personal loan is anything lower than that, you're saving money on interest. And for the most part, right, if you have no derogatory charge-off, so forth, you're typically going to get a lower interest rate than that. The other reason why I love it is it gets you out of debt sooner. Guys, if you pay the minimum payments on a credit card, check this out. If you pay the minimum payment on a $20,000 credit card with the average in America, 24% interest rate, if you're paying the 1% of the balance plus interest, it will take you 423 months. That's about 12 or 13 years, and you will end up paying double, if not triple, the amount of the debt. You'll pay $39,000 in interest on a $20K card. You'll pay double to triple, and it'll take you 12 to 14 years. Well, as I just showed you guys, you can set this personal loan to 3 years. That means the thing about a personal loan, it's fixed, right? And so you could set it to even 24 months if you wanted to. So instead of paying the minimum and paying $940 a month and paying it for 12 to 14 years and end up paying $40,000 in interest, you could set it to 3 years. You could set the term to 2 years, right? And you might even get a better APR generally when you choose lower terms, right? You can get an even better interest rate. So check this out. 922, we're already paying 940 anyway, but now we'll be out of debt in just 24 months. So it could get you out of debt sooner. It could save you money on interest. It could lower your payments. And the best part, in my opinion, is that it lowers your utilization, right? So now once we get that $20,000 personal loan, we pay off all our credit card debt. The very next month, it'll show a new personal loan. And people always ask me, will this hurt me? It can and it can't. It just depends. If you have a lot of recent accounts, that can hurt you. But if you've never had a personal loan before, this actually adds to your credit mix, a new type of credit that you're demonstrating you have experience handling, and it can boost that scoring factor, which is worth 10%. But more often than not, what it really does, it drops your utilization to zero. Now shows $0 in credit card debt. It shows $20,000 in personal loans. So your utilization drops. Of course, your DTI, if anything, like I just showed you guys, your DTI might improve because this payment will be lower than the combined payments on all the credit cards, right? So it could lower your utilization, it could add to your credit mix, it could skyrocket your score, and that can make you eligible for business funding. It can make you eligible for a lot of different things. It could get your score to 700 plus, where you can get a better interest rate on a vehicle, you can finance a mortgage, and so forth. So it makes you eligible for all kinds of different credit opportunities. And so generally how this works is you're going to want to have no derogatory marks, right? If you have derogatory marks, links for credit repair in the description below. But usually people always say to me, Colin, if I have $20,000 in maxed out credit card debt, how am I even gonna get approved for a personal loan? Well, if the only thing hurting you is the credit card debt, you should still be in about the 650 range, depending on your average age. If you have excellent average age, I see clients all the time with 690, even 720. I see people with maxed out credit card debts with a 720 and their score would be in the 800s. The only thing hurting them is the utilization. So this might not work if you have derogatories, collections, charge-offs, so forth. You'll find yourself in the 500s to 580s, or if you have a very thin profile without significant age. But if you have a good average age and the only thing hurting you is a credit card debt, you will likely fall in the 620, 650, 680 range, and you can likely qualify for a personal debt consolidation loan. Now, the best place to get these personal loans, typically a credit union Wherever you have pre-existing relationships, Navy Federal, Penn Fed, up to 50K. Navy Federal does debt consolidation. I spoke with a representative up to 75,000. A good friend of mine got 60,000, paid off all his credit card debt after his divorce. USAA up to 50,000. Any local credit unions, First Tech Federal Credit Union, Redwood Credit Union, any credit union in your area, but ideally someone that you've banked with before. Or what I tell people all the time, go to the bank where your direct deposit is going into. The bank that sees your direct deposit, sees your paycheck coming in all the time. Hopefully you have a paycheck. If you're watching this, you're unemployed, you should be looking for a job, get to work. But generally, wherever the direct deposit is heading, they see your money, they know you make money, they're more comfortable giving you the personal loan. So where you have your direct deposit going. Pre-existing relationships. Discover and American Express. They offer personal loans up to 40K with a soft credit pull. If you have a Discover card, if you have an American Express card, you've got a pre-existing relationship with them, they're more likely to approve you for a personal loan as well. Another spot we like to go is Lantern Credit, powered by SoFi. It is a soft pull personal loan search engine. You see right here, it says doesn't affect your credit, and it will search over like 28 different lenders. So you could put down that it's for, I highly recommend that you put down it's for debt consolidation, credit card consolidation. They could actually lower your interest rate by 0.5% or sometimes 1%. And what they'll do is they will directly send the payments to your credit card. So let's say you have a 5K Discover, 5K Amex. When you tell them it's for debt consolidation and you agree to let them directly send them money to pay off your cards, they can actually lower your interest rate. Some notable mentions here, Achieve. SoFi's up to 100,000. I really like...
But luckily, one of them paid attention in physics class.
I really like Best Egg. It's up to 50,000. We've gotten a lot of approvals with them. I do like Lending Points, a little more expensive, but it's up to 36.5, I believe. There are a few others on here, but really Best Egg, Happy Money is a pretty good one. SoFi, Achieve, those are all going to be different options. Now, another thing is HELOC. Home equity line of credit. If you're watching this, if you have a mortgage, you could consider refinancing. Might not be the best idea right now, right? Because interest rates are a little higher, especially if you bought a home in 2020, 2021. But a refi is always an option. Maybe you have equity in your home, you could do refi, and then you can pay off all your credit card debt. And some people say, oh no, but the interest rates are higher. Guys, do you know how much money you're paying in credit card interest rates if it's not a 0% card? You're getting slaughtered. You're getting murdered. Look at this. You're paying $40,000 in interest. So I tell people all the time, yeah, maybe you refine, your interest rate goes up a little bit, but you have to really run the numbers on this because you might be getting murdered by credit card interest and it might still be a better deal for you to do that. But home equity line of credit, you'll see right here. Do home equity lines of credit affect your credit utilization? For FICO scores, it typically does not. For Vantage scores, it can. It depends on the Vantage scoring model being used. Experian.com has a lot of articles saying that it does not. So you'll see a few other websites, Chase, and a few of them will say, paying off your high credit card balances with a HELOC can improve your utilization, boost your scores. So this is why I love this strategy. This is why I love what I do. I love helping change people's lives, helping people save money, get out of credit card debt, boost their scores, access business funding, get into different investment opportunities. And this is one of the things that is so cool that me and my team get to help people do. We can't help everybody, right? Some people have credit card debt that's just beyond help. I've seen 100K, 150K, 200. This past week, I saw $320,000 in credit card debt. Sometimes, in my opinion, most of the time, what I've seen is beyond 35,000, it's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult to get that personal loan beyond 35,000 unless you have a really good income. You're in the top 5% of earners making 200K plus, and your DTI is very good. But that's it for this video, guys. Hope you guys found this valuable as always, and hope you guys have an outstanding day. All right, guys, that about wraps it up for this video. As always, links for credit repair and business funding are in the pinned comment and the description below. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already, or if you found this video valuable. This is Credit with Colin, and I'll see you guys on the next one.